This is capitalism at work, right? This industry has been absolutely traumatized by brutal secular trends, and it isn't generating sufficient returns. So what happens next is you get consolidation, and you have to get consolidation. But consolidation only works if you tackle something. I mean, everybody can't be a winner with consolidation, which means, you know, how are they going to raise their return on capital? It's either got to be prices, you squeeze suppliers, or you gain efficiencies. It has to be one of those. So I would say there's still, you know, the judgment is out here because we're going to see how this deal pans out, and do they actually succeed in raising returns?
My worry for this sector isn't the fact that they're not going to work out good old grocery retail. I think it's going to be very low margin business going forward. I can't see what changes there. It's the Moonshots, and we talked about Moonshots a lot over the years. We haven't called them Moonshots, but Fresh and Easy for Mr. Leahy was a moonshot. Buying Giraffe, I can't remember which one bought it. It was either Tesco. Tesco again, buying Giraffe was a moonshot. Didn't work. You know, Argos with Sainsbury. Again, there's a lot of factors in there. I just kind of wonder. These things, are they going to work?
I disagree on that point there around Argos, because Argos is almost becoming a greater strategy for Sainsbury. And you saw it yesterday in the announcement that they'll put the Argos brand or stores effectively in the Asda stores. So I feel like there's a broader strategy now around variety for Sainsbury's. I feel like that's a little bit different to the Tesco
you think it was
story.
All part of one big cunning plan?
Well, the Tesco story, I felt like they were just trying everything, and they were just looking for a little bit of a growth story from at least one of the businesses, and I don't think it really came through to move the needle on Tesco. But for Sainsbury's, I feel like there is a broader pitch now for economies of scale.
But I've seen too many garden centres and DIY centres bought and sold over the years to necessarily believe they know what they're doing on non-food.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, I think Sainsbury's actually plan is to be much, much greater in general merchandise, but Tesco's has actually retrenched a lot. I mean, Fresh and Easy was a bad idea. Giraffe was about trying to utilise the floor space that you have. So if you can have a coffee shop or you can have a sort of other store and concession in your space, but they're now filling that mostly with online and online fulfilment. So that's a much more neat story. And I think there is a different story for food retail, which is that actually it's proved to be very difficult to do by the online players. So far, Tesco's is the largest online food grocer in the world.
Do they make any money out of it?
We don't know. They don't break it out. Neither does any online player.
I would guess that they don't make any money out of it.
I think it's probably very, very hard to judge the contribution margin to it, because if they're utilising the dead space in a store which is losing footfall, is that positive or negative, and how do you cost it?
Freddie, are these stocks cheap enough though? I mean, I still think this sector's risky.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different component parts. Effectively, the corporate action is telling you the industry has a problem. We know the industry has a massive problem.
Yeah.
It's not profitable enough. So do you think, is the risk reward good enough here?
Yeah, well, I think so. I'm a shareholder. You know, Tesco's is making sort of 3% margins. I think it will get towards 4% margins, which it claims it'll do in the next sort of year, irrespective of what the industry does. And I believe them. I think there's a lot of Tesco-specific solutions. And don't forget, this deal won't close for at least a year or a year and a half.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.